is this place?
This is where I summoned your soul after you died. But now let's talk about you. Despite being the world's finest samurai, you rather foolishly committed seppuku.
How strange. Wherefore did you bring me here?
I'm testing out all types of warriors. By the way, you may call me the goddess.
You're a goddess?
Accept my request and be reincarnated in a fantasy world of swords and sorcery. Once there, you'll kill the hero.
Yes. If that is your command, then I'll humbly accept your offer, goddess. Now, who is this hero?
Alright, number 362 was reincarnated 35 years ago. I wonder how he's coming along.
You! Hold it right there! It appears you might be the hero. By divine order, I'll now take your life!
Well, I hope the next one does better.
The marketplace is thriving.
We had such a long spell of dry weather this year, but the harvest still turned out to be good.
Mr. Lug!
Oh, hey, Rack. How's your farm doing?
Well, thanks to the fertilizer that you showed me before, I had a great harvest, as you can see.
I'm glad to hear that. The onions that you grow are so delicious.
Thank you, Mr. Lug, you honor me. And a little thank you for the fertilizer.
Oh, great. Thanks, Rack.
Hello there, Mr. Lug. Take these too.
Are you sure?
It's the least I can do to thank you for using your magic to refill the reservoir that had dried up.
Thank you, Emma.
Mr. Lug! Mr. Lug!
What is it, Pat? What's wrong?
My cow! Somehow the poor thing managed to get its hind leg injured.
Okay, let's go.
You did some really excellent work today, Mr. Lug. It appears that you're as popular as ever with the people.
Yes, I'm pleased. That's a good thing overall. But I've received too many gifts. Can I even use them all before they spoil?
The same thing happens every time we visit the market. It's because you're so kind to everyone, Mr. Lug.
Earning gratitude and recognition from the people is an important and necessary part of managing a region.
You already protect them from bandits and wild animals. I don't understand. Isn't that enough for them?
No. Just strength by itself isn't enough to allow a ruler to capture the hearts of the people.
This place is so different from the region where I was born and raised. Back home, there was a giant rift between the hearts of the lords and the people.
I see. Do you wish you'd been born here instead?
Oh no! Because if Tuatha Dé had been my birthplace, then I never would have been given the opportunity to become your personal servant.
No, that's not true. Your birthplace doesn't matter. I still would have found you.
Mr. Lug, then is the reason that you're always so kind to me because you're simply trying to win over my heart as well?
Of course. After all, don't forget that I need you.
Right! I'm happy to serve you forever, Mr. Lug!
They're already full of mana. I learned how to produce far stones by analyzing the one Dia gave me long ago. Since then, I've been carrying them with me, filling them with mana and keeping them stored away. The more I use mana, the more my magic skills grow. And by saving them like this, I can use them as weapons.
Mr. Lug?
Come in.
Excuse me. The master said he'd like you to come to the training room to speak with him now.
I'm here, Father.
Allow me to be direct with you. How is Tart doing?
After 2 years of training, she's now reached a skill level of the branch families. She's a very hard worker.
I'm glad she's making progress, but that isn't what I was actually asking you about.
I understand. To get straight to the point, she's innocent.
I must have been overthinking things. Originally, I suspected that Tart might be a spy that was sent here to steal Tuatha Dé techniques.
In addition to observing her closely for the past 2 years, I've also been examining her via normal conversation. For example, noticing whether or not she blushes or avoids eye contact, counting the number of times she blinks, keeping an eye on her breathing, pulse rate, and perspiration. I've observed no signs that she's lying.
I see. She's a good girl. I'm quite glad that we didn't have to kill her.
Our first meeting was far too convenient to merely be a coincidence. I've been searching the entire region but failed to find anyone with mana, but then just happened to meet a girl abandoned by her family. A girl who also just happened to wander into the mountains in our territory while I just happened to be in the same area hunting.
It would only be natural to assume that someone set it all up. If it truly was a coincidence, then it was the miracle of a lifetime.
Yes.
Now, down to business. Your next training exercise will be a special test as well.
A test?
If you're able to pass this test, then you complete one more training exercise. Then, Luke, I'll let you handle jobs as an assassin, and I'll recognize you as a full member of the family.
Very well, Father. I'll gladly take your test.
You'll be fighting against me one-on-one. Whether you win or lose doesn't matter. Just show me what you're capable of.
A fight between assassins. It won't be a fair fight or a straightforward exchange of blows. We'll both try to take each other by surprise. Whoever finds their opponent first will have the advantage. Judging by the arrow's trajectory, he's 50 meters southeast. There! Unbelievable. What is he, a monster? My bones will heal immediately if I use my skill. I have to keep shifting my position constantly or he'll attack. Moving downwind of your opponent in order to hide is standard practice. I'm stronger and faster than him. Plus, on top of my 2 Wathade assassination techniques, I have the assassination skills from my previous life. But still, he's leading me around by the nose, and I know why. A trap! The trap was a decoy. My father is predicting my movements, my perspiration, breathing, gaze, scent, the creaking of my muscles, and the flow of my mana. It's because he possesses the world's finest medical knowledge and is so familiar with the human body. But then, I can perform the same feats as my father. However, when I attempt to read my father's movements, he deceives me with feints. I've been attempting to deceive him too, but he sees through my ruse. Is it the difference in our experience levels? Or is it just because he's my father? Somehow, I need to make him let me win. Rather than recklessly moving around until he finds me, I'll focus on his movements. I sense 2 sources of danger on the right and left. Since I'm right-handed, my left side is my hot side. I can respond easily to threats there. This one's a decoy. My right side is my cold side, where it's harder to counter. He's hoping this one will hit. But that one's actually a feint too. He'd conceal his bloodlust for the true attack. He's above me! I win.
It seems that way. Good. You pass. I can't believe that I actually lost to a 12-year-old child. You were even holding back as well. And here I considered myself to be the finest assassin that Tuatha had produced up until now.
But I wasn't holding back at all.
You think that not using magic, what you're best at, shouldn't be called holding back?
Using my magic would have rendered this whole fight meaningless. You told me yourself. This was a training exercise, and a test, too. Using magic to win wouldn't have counted as training.
That's exactly right. You saw through my words to the true intent behind them. That's what I was really testing with this entire exercise. It's vitally important that an assassin never lose sight of what his ultimate goals really are. At this point, I don't believe that there's anything left for me to teach you, Luke. You only need experience now.
No, I have much to learn. I simply came out ahead on a suicidal gamble.
You've mastered all our techniques, so starting now, you must walk on your own 2 feet. You have to find for yourself what you need to become stronger. Eventually, you'll be put through your final test. But until then, you'll assist me with my own work.
Yes, Father.
Now then, what's next, huh?
Your method was rather sloppy this time.
Now we must remove his clothes and take his valuables.
So we're going to make it look like bandits were responsible.
This noble was known to conspire with bandits to commit evil deeds. By making it look like he was betrayed by those bandits, we can deter others from doing the same.
I see. That's a good strategy.
Just seems like a common cold.
So you don't think my lungs have gotten worse again?
I wouldn't worry about that.
Well, all right, if you say so, Dr. Keon. I trust you. Give the doctor his reward.
Oh no, that really isn't necessary.
Please, I insist. After all, you're a busy man, and you came all the way out here to check on me.
Yes, I see. In that case, I'll gratefully accept payment.
Father, he wasn't sick enough for you to bother paying him a visit at all.
You're correct. But did you notice anything there?
He had more guards posted than before, and the defensive barrier around the grounds had been strengthened. Which means that if he ever becomes our target, we'll have to think very carefully about how to get inside.
Yes, that's right. I'm certain that you'll make a great assassin, Luke. Frankly, it's almost frightening.
It's merely because I'm your son.
Now, Luke, I still haven't explained to you what the final test is going to entail.
Right.
A noble's castle is very much like a fortress. They're all heavily guarded and therefore are difficult to enter. So there are times when we conceal our true identities in order to enable a frontal approach.
I did the same in my previous life. A chef, a teacher, a pianist. I used a variety of identities to get close to my targets.
In order to do that, I possess a number of false identities that I can use. I often disguise myself as a chef or merchant.
Are you telling me to become a chef as well?
Actually, I want you to become a merchant. Nobles will eagerly lower their guard in order to invite in a merchant who can acquire the goods that they desire. Or at least that holds true if the merchant runs a well-known trading company.
And I'm guessing you have the connections to achieve that.
At the very same time that you were born, I arranged for another fictional person to be born as well. The head of the Balor Trading Company fathered a child with a harlot, Illig Balor. Even if their family register is checked, it's airtight.
The Balor Trading Company is a prominent establishment that operates out of the merchant town of Miltu. I'm surprised that they would agree to forge their family register.
They owed me a big favor from a long time ago. The Balor Trading Company's contacts and information network surpass even those of Royal Intelligence agents. So, Luke, until you turn 14, you'll be living as Balor's son and training to become a merchant, too.
Very well, Father. Then I shall go and train until I'm able to visit nobles as Illig Balor.
A toast to my son, Luke Tuatha, as he prepares to depart for his final trial. May the Alvan Kingdom always prosper.
May the Alvan Kingdom always prosper.
Make sure that you get enough to eat and drink, everyone.
I probably sound like an overly doting father, but I truly think Luke is exceptionally talented. I'm sure that he'll become an even greater head of the House of Tuatha than I.
He's really undergoing the final test at only 12 years old? He's the youngest to ever do it.
He actually has your endorsement at such a young age as well. House Tuatha'Day's future is secure.
Once he's able to complete the final test, he'll be eligible to become the next head of the house.
It's all thanks to the guidance of family like you.
Spoken like the next head of the house.
Take this away.
Yes, sir.
Why, you? No way! I refuse to accept such a little boy as the next head of the house.
Runa, Please, just behave yourself.
Shut up! I know that you don't like it either, Dad.
Rona, stop!
No, this is fine. Let me handle it.
Mr. Keon, sir.
Rona, what is it about Luke that displeases you so much?
After Roof passed on, I was supposed to be the next in line. It doesn't make any sense that it'd be this scrawny kid instead of me. I'm stronger than him. It's clear that I should become the next head of the house.
Well, alright, fine. If Luke is stronger than you, will you recognize him as the rightful next head of the house?
Yeah, of course. But still, if I'm stronger, then I'll become the next head of the house instead.
Very well then. You shall fight. Immediately.
Sure!
It would appear we've already proven that Luke is stronger. Do you feel your challenge has been satisfied?
That was a dirty trick!
That is how an assassin of Tuatha a day works. We aren't knights. Luke, please put your knife away.
I never officially surrendered, you know. You brat! Let go of me now!
I broke it cleanly. If he has mana and is treated with Tuatha a day techniques, it'll heal in 2 days.
Luke also proved that even if you fought toe-to-toe, he's stronger. Strength may be necessary, but it's not the most important quality to possess. Because he's prepared for anything that may happen, he can act boldly when that's what's called for.
Damn it!
What do you think? My son isn't too bad, huh? In fact, I'd even say that he's a genius whose medical and assassination skills exceed my own.
What do you want with me? Did you come to insult me or something?
No, I just thought you might be feeling down.
Well, you're wrong. That's not how I feel. I'm irritated by being so pathetic. I've always been stronger than anybody else from the Branch families. But I lost to a kid who's 4 years younger.
In that case, you really shouldn't feel bad. My father was beaten by a child 30 years younger than he is.
Hold on! You're saying that rumor is actually true?
Yes, I bested the finest head of Tuatha a day in history. So there's nothing that you'd be able to do to defeat me. But the thing is, you don't need to.
What does that mean?
If you become my subordinate when I become the head of the house, I promise you'll be treated even better than you are now.
What's that?
Back during the Young Knight tournament that was conducted last year, there were only 4 knights who proved to be stronger than you.
Is that supposed to be a compliment?
Yes, and an invitation as well. You see, I want you, Rona, not as an assassin, but as a knight of the Tuatha a day.
Guess it's better than flattery and a lame attempt at pity. I don't dislike it.
This is a gift.
What is it? Incredible, it's unbelievably light.
I think that swords suit you better than knives do. I'd like you to become my subordinate one day.
Get out of here. Luke, don't worry, by the time you return from your test, I'm certain that I'll have become a much better knight.
I believe it.
I wish you the best of luck with your test.
Thanks. You know, it really isn't necessary for you to come along with me, Tart.
It is. After all, I am your personal servant, Mr. Luke.
And Tart, please look after Luke for me, won't you?
Sure, yes, ma'am. I'll do just as I was taught. It's nothing.
It's 2 years. They'll fly by. Go and fully enjoy living this different life while you can.
Right.
Mr. Luke, I'm so excited to see Miltu.
Wrong name.
Oh,
It's not Luke. From this moment on, it's Illig Balor.
yes, Mr. Illig. So, Mr. Luke, what do you think of this new servant outfit?
Looks good on you, Tart.
Your hair color.
I used magic to create obsidian powder and bond it to my hair.
What a waste of your beautiful silver hair.
It was too identifiable as a characteristic of Luke Tuatha.
We're starting our lives in Miltu.
Yeah, so for the next 2 years, I'll be Ilink Balor, a merchant of Miltu.
You looking for something to eat? Is this your first time in Miltu?
Yeah.
Would you like me to show you around town? It won't cost very much.
No, thank you. A child like you wouldn't understand.
Is it liquor? I know a great hole in the wall. I could take you there.
Do you know of any place that serves fine liquor?
What's your budget?
Oh, I just want to go somewhere clean.
Right, just leave it to me.
Carrie?
Here, take this.
Huh? A doll? What's this for?
It's a souvenir of your visit to Miltu.
Oh, yeah? Cool, thanks.
Take this man to see Jody. If her place is full, then take him to see Mary.
You got it. Hi, come this way, please. Have you seen the sights in Miltu yet?
First time in Miltu?
I'm back.
Hi, Carrie.
Here, this is the fee for the tour along with Jody's referral fee. Good work. I've got a sightseeing tour up next.
Eva, could you? I got it.
Here.
Thank you.
See you later.
I'll be back.
I wish I could give sightseeing tours, because sometimes customers take you out to eat, don't they? Yeah, but if they're too cheap, it's tragic. All you can do is stand there and watch while the customer eats.
Even so, you still get paid a tour fee. You can just use that to get a meal for yourself.
That's right. This wasn't something we could even imagine before. It's all thanks to Maha. If she hadn't come up with a way for us to earn money, then all of us would still just be scrounging for scraps. So true.
It's raining.
Michelle, give me a hand. Sure. Hey, Maha, welcome back.
Thank you, Noeen.
That's really all we made today, huh? It can't be helped, considering the rain.
Yeah, but we're so close to being able to buy some new clothes. And then we can give even more sightseeing tours.
You mean these aren't good enough?
When tourists come here, they don't want to walk around with kids who are wearing old rags.
Wow, Maha, I'm really impressed you even thought of that.
Well, before he died, my dad was a merchant. He told me that considering what your customers want is the foundation of business.
Oh, I see. That makes sense.
You don't know what she's talking about, Michelle.
Like you do, Eva? I totally understand. Yeah, right. Even if we don't understand, we just have to do what Maha tells us to. Because when we do, we get to eat every day.
From here on, let's work harder and earn more money so we can get a house to live in. Our lives would be much more comfortable. We wouldn't have to worry about the wind or rain.
That's amazing, Maha. You even thought about us living in a house?
If all of us keep working together, I just know that we can do it.
Well, well. Seems there's quite a few of them here.
Go ahead, boys. Take them away. You got it. Go on.
Everyone, run!
Our meal ticket. Capture them. Go back here. Over there. Come on. Quit struggling.
Connor! Noeen!
Now let's get out of here. Yes, sir.
What do you think is going to happen to us?
Get out. Don't make a sound.
Well, what do we have here? Nice work, Lloyd.
We didn't have any problem at all, Director Torin.
As of today, the Torin Orphanage is going to be the place that you call your home.
Orphanage?
My name's Torin. I'm the director of this place. What I say goes. My orders are absolute. Don't forget that.
Look, we were doing just fine living on our own. We don't need to be put in some orphanage.
Defy me, and you'll be shown no mercy. And the same goes if you try to escape. Now behave yourselves and don't cause any problems. Got it?
Go on, get inside.
Guys! You too? Yeah.
What is going on?
Apparently they did it for the bounty. Bounty?
When those guys were capturing us, they mentioned it.
Based on what we heard them say, the Lord's wife offers to give a lot of money to people who help kids without families.
So that's what they meant when they said meal ticket.
Here. Dinner.
But how are we supposed to eat that?
Figure it out yourselves.
But how?
That's gonna last you a week.
All right, let's cook something together.
Okay. You know, I never thought we'd end up living in a house with a real roof over our heads.
Yeah,
And we get to eat proper meals.
but that's supposed to last us a whole week.
Before yesterday, we ate more than that in a day. And it tasted better.
The shop owners were always so kind, and they sold us their leftovers for cheap.
Yeah. So what do you guys think is gonna happen to all of us now?
Quit dawdling. Get those hung up.
Yes!
You've got other jobs to do, you know.
Yes, sir!
Pick up the pace! You're not gonna make any money for us if you keep working that slowly!
Connor! Please, stop!
What's that? So annoying! Right, just stay in there and be quiet. Now you know what'll happen if you defy me, so don't slack off. Something wrong? Discipline's fine, but there's still merchandise. Don't overdo it.
Sir,
Viscount Hermel, please, this way, over here.
I had no idea this place even existed.
Whatever you may want, you're sure to find it here in the merchant town of Mildew. Go on, take a look around.
Torin, I've decided. Have her brought to my lodgings tonight.
Thank you very much, sir.
Aoife! Come with me.
What? But what about dinner?
I'll give you something tastier to eat.
What, really?
Yeah, of course I will. Maha! You're coming too.
Yes, sir.
Strip.
What?
Did I stutter?
Yes, sir.
Go on, wash her, Maha.
Yes, sir. I'm all done.
Are you ready? Come on, it's time to leave. Let's get going, Aoife.
I'll be back. Okay. Aoife. Please, just don't look. Don't look at me.
Don't worry too much about doing her makeup. Tonight she's going to be entertaining me. Eva, come here. Ma, you come too.
Yes, sir.
Wait!
Huh?
Why is it always Aoife? Yeah, why? Stop being mean to her!
What? Look, don't get the wrong idea. The rest of you are all merchandise as well.
It doesn't matter. Nothing does. Someday, this job is gonna be the only one I've been able to do anymore. But when we had you in charge, Maha, and all of us were working together, I actually thought that we would find happiness someday. But I... Wait! Stop it! At least now, with this face, no one will want to find me.
How old is Maha now, anyway?
I think that she's 12. Lately, I've been feeling an overwhelming urge to force her down. She's old enough to get her own customers by now. She's beautiful and a virgin, too. She'll go for a good price.
Well, perhaps I'll enjoy her after she's been sold once or twice. I bet she'll be amazing.
If I use this too, then I...
Tears don't really suit you. You'd just be much cuter if you smiled.
This man is an executive of the Balor Trading Company. He's the son of the owner. His name is Mr. Ilik Balor. The reason that he's come here today is because he's looking to take one of you in. Mr. Balor is looking for someone who'll be able to serve as his right-hand assistant. Why don't we begin by hearing what he has to say?
What's your name?
Maha, sir.
Maha. You're the one I want. Come along and work for me. This girl. All right, Director Torin?
You have a very good eye. However, I'm afraid that that girl you picked is a bit special. So she costs double. No, actually even more than double.
Very well.
Here, Mr. Torin, please accept this as payment.
Oh, what's this? Well, this is certainly enough, but I can't hand her over to you today. Maha still needs to get ready to go after all. How about 3 days from now?
I see. I'll be back in 3 days then.
I'm sure that getting ready isn't how I'll be spending that time. He probably plans to pimp me out and then toy with me himself.
Director Torin, because we've reached an agreement and I paid for her. She's now a part of my family. I'm certain you won't forget that.
Oh, yes, of course, of course.
Till then, Maha.
It's It's awful. If only he could take you away from this place while you're still pure. I still feel jealous of you, though. At least you'll be getting out of here. Maybe he would have chosen me. But with these scars...
Noine.
Did I do something stupid?
Noine. Noine.
A regular client of mine has recently arrived here, Mildew. Since you're a virgin, you're sure to fetch a high price. And then I can enjoy you for the next 2 days. It's only a Balor brat who's taking you in. He won't mind used goods.
Just 3 days. If I can just endure the next 3 days, I'll get to go live with him. My prince.
If that brat had only arrived a month later, then I would have been able to enjoy my complete fill of you.
No. No, I don't want to be defiled before I go to live with him. No!
Lloyd, stop her!
But how?
You're not the only one with mana around here.
Please, just let me go!
Yeah, sure, I can do that. If you sleep with me first. I get the director's hand-me-downs. But every now and again I like to enjoy some, well now, how can I put this? Unspoiled goods. You?
As I told you, she's become a member of my family now.
What are you doing here?
Before, I could see in her eyes that she was asking for help. Come, Maha.
Stop right there! No, you can't do that! You're not supposed to have her for 3 more days!
I can't let my family be exposed to danger.
Then I have no choice. Take care of them both. But then we'd be making an enemy of the Balor Trading Company. We'll just sell them off to a neighboring kingdom and say that they've gone missing.
Sounds like a good plan. All right, I can handle that.
Quick, run! He has mana!
I know. I'd be happy to see you get punished by the law, but I'm fine with taking the law into my own hands, too.
You're late!
Well, now, and just what do we have here?
Help me, please!
Hey, who the hell are you guys? From Director Torrens' testimony, you've been implicated in human trafficking and are under arrest.
This is outrageous. Don't you know who I am? I'm Viscount Hermel.
We've received orders from the Lord himself.
Damn you! Hey, let go of me!
Come on, hurry up! What is it, Michelle? Go ahead, have a seat. Look in the mirror. The mirror? No, I don't want to see my own face.
Well, you see?
How?
Now, come home, Maha.
Yes, take me away. My prince.